everyone, welcome back to Velvet Moments. Some moments don't need words to feel special. They're felt in quiet glances, shared smiles, and the comfort of familiar presence. Today we're revisiting one of those moments, where time slows down and the bond between Jimin and Jungkook speaks for itself. Let's begin. We recently had the chance to watch a new live stream, this time featuring all 7 members of BTS together. It was one of those rare moments that feels like a warm embrace, arriving unexpectedly yet perfectly timed. Seeing them reunited on screen stirred a mix of joy, nostalgia, and quiet emotion. Every laugh, every small gesture, reminded us why their bond has remained so meaningful to those who have followed them for so long. Within that group reunion, certain details naturally drew attention. Not because they overshadowed the others, but because they reflected something that has been growing steadily over time. The way Jimin and Jungkook look at each other, seek each other out, and respond to one another resurfaced with the same familiar intensity. Jungkook, with his characteristic energy, didn't miss the chance to make playful gestures that seemed meant just for Jimin. And Jimin, as always, responded with equally playful expressions, revealing a connection that feels genuine and deeply rooted. Even though the live stream brought all 7 members together, the presence of the others didn't alter the clear dynamic between Jimin and Jungkook. They share a connection that remains palpable, even in the quietest moments. They don't rely on grand words or dramatic gestures. Sometimes, a small smile, a subtle movement, or a lingering glance is enough to understand what exists between them. Their way of being together conveys trust, affection, and a shared history built patiently over time. Many people have noticed how, even when surrounded by others, Jimin and Jungkook maintain that characteristic closeness. It's not about drawing attention or standing at the center, but about something that simply exists. They accompany each other naturally, support each other without making it obvious, and choose each other again and again, even in moments when everyone else's attention is divided. That quiet, constant choice speaks of a bond that is strong, nurturing, and sincere. Over the years, Jikook has shown a relationship that continues to strengthen with every stage they experience. They've grown, changed, and matured, yet the essence of their bond remains intact. What they share isn't hidden or exaggerated. It's expressed through small actions that often say far more than words ever could. It's a love that feels safe, comfortable, and present, regardless of who is watching or how many cameras are focused on them. Watching them interact evokes a warm, reassuring feeling. There's something deeply human in how they care for one another, how they support each other, and how they genuinely enjoy being together. Their connection doesn't just move people, it inspires. It reflects a relationship built on trust, respect, and steady affection. The hope of seeing Jikook again in a live stream where it's just the two of them remains a shared wish among many. Imagining them laughing freely, talking without urgency, and simply sharing time in their own way feels comforting. Jimin and Jungkook have shown time and time again that their bond needs no explanation. It's felt, understood, and appreciated just as it is. If someone were to ask what love looks like, it wouldn't be hard to point to Jimin and Jungkook. What they share is evident in a calm, genuine way. Their love feels like a gentle energy that surrounds every glance, every gesture, and every shared silence. Together, they radiate a sense of home, trust, and mutual understanding born from truly knowing one another. When they stand side by side, everything seems to fall naturally into place. The cameras fade into the background as their focus settles on each other. Their eyes meet effortlessly as if it's the most natural thing in the world. Jungkook's admiration for Jimin is visible without words. In his posture, in the way he listens, and in the smile that appears whenever Jimin sings. He doesn't hide it, and there's no need to. Likewise, when Jimin is near Jungkook, there's a warmth that fills the space. His gestures are gentle, his words thoughtful, and his care unmistakable. Jimin has a way of lighting up any room, and Jungkook knows it. That's why he watches him so closely, why he follows him with his eyes, why every detail seems to matter. Between them exists respect, admiration, and a deep affection that hasn't faded with time. If anything, it has only grown stronger. A quote once shared on X captured this perfectly. When you love Jimin so much but Jungkook is your competitor, there's no way you can win. And it rings true. No one loves Jimin quite like Jungkook, and no one loves Jungkook quite like Jimin. They are each other's support, refuge, and motivation. They push one another to grow, to improve, and to keep moving forward even during difficult moments. They are the first to celebrate each other's achievements and the first to protect one another. For each of them, the other remains someone irreplaceable. There was a moment during a live stream Jungkook once did with Jeon when he casually mentioned Jimin. It didn't require a long explanation. The ease with which he spoke of him made it clear. Jimin is always present in his heart, even when he isn't physically there. That simplicity spoke volumes. Jikook's bond is the kind many people dream of. Steady, sincere, and filled with quiet details that say everything. It isn't defined by dramatic displays, but by daily support, silent understanding, and the constant choice to stand beside one another. Seeing them together brings peace, a reminder that true affection can be both simple and profound. Some may try to dismiss what they see, calling it staged or exaggerated. But when something remains consistent over time, it begins to speak for itself. Their connection isn't sudden or situational. It's built day by day in moments that don't seek attention yet remain impossible to ignore. It lives in their comfort with each other, in the trust behind every gesture, and in the calm they share when they're together. When Jimin and Jungkook are side by side, the atmosphere shifts. They appear more relaxed, more themselves. That ease doesn't come by chance. It comes from a bond nurtured over years. Whether in front of cameras or surrounded by others, they move in quiet harmony. One adjusts when the other moves. One reaches out and the other responds instinctively. These gestures are small, but their meaning is profound. Their relationship transcends time and setting. They share comfortable silences, soft laughter, and glances that speak louder than words. Jikook represents a bond that has matured with patience, consistency, and mutual care. It's stable, grounded, and deeply reassuring. And so they continue, walking together, sharing smiles, knowing looks, and their own unique way of being there for each other. They don't need to explain or defend what they share. What they show is enough. Jikook stands as proof that when love is real, time doesn't weaken it. It strengthens it, making it even more visible, even in silence. And with that, we're reminded once again, some bonds don't need explanations. They're felt, understood, and quietly cherished. Thank you for sharing this moment with Velvet Moments. Until next time.